Like, no. Let me simplify this for the babies in the chat. We're gonna look at a whole comic. I love this guy, bro. Souls, I ferry everyone. So explain how this one climbed out of his own grave and walked off without me. His name was Sam, died in 96, and he just didn't stay dead. And here's what's frying my circuit, Souls. This isn't some ancient horror. This was just a guy, a scared guy, whispering, "Help me, man." And I can't tell if this is a horror story or a tragedy, so don't make me find out alone. Hit play with me. Let's meet the one soul that got away.
What is the most powerful SCP? Some among you might say the unkillable lizard, or the deer, or 343, or one of the 001s. But the answer, as you might have figured, is SCP-3812.
We've seen so many powerful SCPs. Is this going to top them, okay? Is this actually going to top all these powerful SCPs? We'll see. Let's find out.
In fact, SCP-3812 is likely the most powerful fictional entity ever written.
What?
And while that might sound like an incredibly lame subject for an SCP on the surface, the document for 3812 takes us on a very interesting ride.
I do like that he's acknowledging the fact that a lot of the SCPs are written as like a one-up game to have the most powerful SCP, right?
Unlike entities such as the Scarlet King, or the Deer, or the Broken God, 3812 is not an unfathomably old creature from the center of the universe, or the abyss, or similar beginnings, but instead was just a man. 3812 was once a man named Sam Howell, raised in Louisiana, and died in 1996. After his death, the entity known as 3812 rose out of his grave and proceeded to disappear. That's all we know of its origins. It's certainly possible that this is indeed some ancient entity that was just living in this ordinary man until he died for some reason, but since 3812 only seems to be a very recent problem, it's hard to say.
Dude, that's such a weird concept. Like, what if it got into him, like, when he was born or before he was born or something? That's so interesting. A lot of the times you hear this shit happens, like, halfway through someone's lifespan, right? But getting into someone's body or, like, form or whatever, like, when they're young, before they're even, like, grown up, that's kind of creepy.
Alternatively, if 3812 didn't really come into existence until his death, we don't know what caused that either. Regardless, 3812 was first discovered by the Foundation 20 years ago, when its presence resulted in the destruction of an apartment building in Poland.
What?
3812 was originally relatively human in appearance when the Foundation first discovered it, but over time its appearance has shifted and altered, and is now only vaguely humanoid.
Wait, is that because it's, like, deteriorating from being dead? Or is it, like, actual form changing? Are we going to see, like, some sort of creature?
3812 suffers from extreme paranoia, depression, mania, inability to properly perceive their surroundings, inability to discern the difference between the real and imagined, inability to differentiate between the living and dead, inability to control expressions of emotion, hallucinations, hearing voices, feeling things that aren't there, etc.
Oh my, what kind of existence is that? Oh my gosh.
In a human, this would be a pretty small problem for a group like the Foundation.
What, because they mean he hasn't got superpowers? Yeah, okay, right, I get it. It's because he's not got superpowers, I get it.
But it's complicated by the fact that 3812 is the most powerful reality bender in existence.
Ooh.
Originally, 3812 was cooperative with the Foundation and sought their help in managing its condition. But over time, it has become more withdrawn and erratic. 3812 currently cannot accurately perceive the world around it, and so it will occasionally alter reality to suit its own perceptions.
Ooh.
This makes it both incredibly dangerous and incredibly difficult for the Foundation to determine exactly what 3812 is changing. Because of this, containment of 3812 is impossible, and it seems to subconsciously resist any form of containment attempted on it.
Ooh.
3812 will simply alter reality to counter any threat against it, and so current efforts are on mitigating any damage that 3812 causes.
So I guess there's been quite a few incidents over time, but I guess the way it's altering reality so far hasn't been super like fantastical to the point where people are like, what is going on sort of thing, right? He is devious though. I feel like as well, they've said so far as well, for your context, Turks, he's like been evading capture from the Foundation, obviously, because he can change reality, right? But also something important to know about this SCP is that he doesn't like perceive reality in the same way as us. So like, I guess the thing to bear in mind is that this may not be like malicious. He might just be doing it to have an environment that's more comfortable to him, right? It's interesting.
As of now, 3812 is currently located above the South Pacific Ocean. Back when 3812 was still cooperating with the Foundation, an interview was conducted between it and a Foundation doctor. It complained about its hallucinations and the voices it was hearing, saying that it was like it was talking to a dozen people at the same time.
Oh, geez.
The doctor reassured 3812 that they are here to help, but 3812 is unsure, saying that in the story, they don't try to help. The doctor is understandably confused, and frankly, so is 3812.
Maybe this SCP is seeing reality for what it really is, and maybe we're not. Like, I don't know if anyone else is getting that vibe, but I'm kind of getting that vibe from this.
3812 says that although the doctor can't see him, it can. 3812 goes on. I think he was above us at one point, but he's below me now. Yes, I see you there. I don't know what you did to me, but I'm pretty messed up, man. If you can figure something out here, that would be great, 'cause I really feel like I'm losing it. I'm scared too, man. You've got to do something, man. You've got to help me out here. Afterwards, 3812 spontaneously disappears.
This is rough, because this is one of those ones where I actually sympathize with this SCP again, because like he doesn't even know what's going on, right? He's just existing, and it's like causing problems for people around him. It's very similar to the old man from Nowhere that we watched as well. It's just like some random old dude who's just destroying everything, who has like little to no control over it, right?
Hume levels, you might recall from SCP-3001, are the measure of reality levels in an area, with our normal level of reality being the baseline. She then says that the Foundation equipment cannot detect SCP-3812, and not because of machine or user error either. This means one of three things. One is that 3812 has an extremely low Hume level, beyond what they thought possible, which would mean that reality could eventually sink into this minimal Hume level. Two is the opposite, that 3812 has an extremely high Hume level, and is therefore above even the God-level reality benders measured by the Foundation.
I feel like every time we like listen to a bit more of this, it's actually adding to the concern level that I have. Never mind the Hume level. Let's talk about the concern level that I have for this SCP, man.
One is that 3812 has an extremely low Hume level, beyond what they thought possible, which would mean that reality could eventually sink into this minimal Hume level. Two is the opposite, that 3812 has an extremely high Hume level, and is therefore above even the God-level reality benders measured by the Foundation. Since a reality bender of this magnitude would likely have already destroyed them, this is probably not the case. The doctor admits, though, that it's probably better for them if 3812 is insane, since it can't comprehend its level of power. When faced with this much perception, they might collapse a number of lower realities into something more simple in order to ease themselves, but the damage would be catastrophic. Individuals inside those realities, namely us, would be either utterly destroyed or intertwined with other realities to the point that our consciousnesses would be annihilated.
Ooh.
Let me simplify if that's all a little too much to take in.
Like... No. Let me simplify this for the babies in the chat. We're gonna look at a whole comic. Fuck, I fucking love this guy, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
Picture a comic book written by a human being in our world, making our existence the baseline reality. The universe of that comic book, let's say the Marvel universe for simplicity, is a reality below us. It's not real to us, and we can change it however we wish, but it's real to the characters within the comic book. Now picture a television show within the Marvel universe, which is just as non-real to us as the comic book is, and just as subject to our whims as the Marvel universe is. But at that point, it's also not real to the characters within the comic book.
Ooh.
Conceivably, the characters in the Marvel universe can change that television show however they wish, and so on, continuing down the line of realities, or narratives. Now consider the concept that we are not at the top of the reality chain, and there is in fact a reality, or countless realities, above us. Just as we consider the comic book to be fiction, so too might something else consider our reality to be fiction.
Right, we thought would happen if the most powerful mind in the universe has dementia. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you right now, you gotta watch fucking Logan. Watch Logan. If you ever wonder that shit, watch Logan and you will see superheroes or people with a lot of power losing power to age. It's crazy to watch, yeah.
Finally, the last addendum we receive is about an XK-class end-of-the-world event that occurred in December 2016 due to SCP-3812. At the start of the event, 3812 experienced a dramatic change in appearance, becoming a many-pointed star made of a bright white material. It began to rotate faster and faster, a maelstrom appearing beneath it as it sank into the ocean.
They cannot be trusted with the nukes, okay? And we also know that the nukes do jack shit to the SCPs anyway. What's the point of having nukes if you can't use them? You know what the stupid thing is? They're not even using them. They're just storing them and they keep going off. Like, just get rid of them. Just one! Just one nuke, sir. Please. Please. No, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. These nukes don't do anything.
Eventually, the vaguely humanoid shape of 3812 reappeared inside of the rotating star and began to have a conversation with itself, recorded by a Foundation deep-sea microphone.
Foundation deep-sea microphone? How the fuck have they got a microphone down there? A Class D did it? They just sent a Class D. It'll be fine, bro. It'll be fine. Just fucking go down there. Don't worry about it.
And although it's speaking in one voice, it's as if it's a conversation between two entities.
Okay.
One of these personalities seems to be in control of the ongoing destruction of the planet. We'll call this one A. And the other is much more confused. We'll call this one B. A seems to be destroying this world as vengeance for their creation, saying that their existence is a joke. They were apparently created to be miserable, and so now they are breaking the narrative. B tries to claim that he's not a monster, and he wouldn't kill anyone. But A says that Ben has already turned him into this.
Ben?
Who's
Uncle Ben?
You might ask? Well, that would be the real first name of the author of this and many other SCPs, DJ Cactus.
Stop. That's a fucking phenomenal name, by the way. DJ Cactus. I was just not expecting that in this SCP.
A seems to now represent the more human side of 3812, haunted by the suffering it has witnessed. But B is optimistic about their ability to grow and adapt. They will continue to rise and rise until they're above all this, and although it will be lonely, they'll have each other. A realizes that we will always be bound by a single narrative, and that is punishment enough.
Ooh. Dude, they're just flexing on us at this point. This is just fucking rude.
They look and see Ben at a keyboard, waiting to see what they'll do, and they decide to move on. The world was returned to its previous state, and SCP-3812 now hangs over the Pacific Ocean, no longer lashing out in hostility. This certainly could have just been a tale about an insane god that wreaks havoc before disappearing in its own insanity, but we're given an interesting meta take on the concept of narratives and those that control them. 3812 might not be everyone's cup of tea, but there's little debate that it's one of, if not the most powerful SCP in existence.
It's got a lot of layers. There's a lot of things to like, and there's a lot of things to find creepy. This is a really interesting SCP. This is one of the coolest, like, mind game SCPs I've seen. It's awesome. Every soul that subscribes gets a free ride across the river. That's not a real offer. I can't prove it, but it feels true. Next reaction is right there. Join me, mind the gap on the dock, and see you on the water.